In this Spiritual Tips Part 4, we discuss mediumship ethics and astral laws. We touch on what do psychic mediums and negative karma have in common. We discuss how to avoid the wheels of psychic trauma. We also touch on how to discern energy harvesters, vampires, and energy pullers. We discuss the consequences of energy harvesting. We also touch on astral laws and your spiritual journey. We show you how to protect yourself from energy harvesters. And we also talk about the importance of ethics in the spiritual community and discuss the deceased soul's journey. Finally, we conclude with practicing the golden rule on your spiritual journey. And it has been observed by myself and many other people, we all have serious concerns that there's been much private information shared online about victims of crime over the past 6 months. And I query, has anyone, any of these mediums, whether they're fake or true, given any thought as to how much harm these victims are suffering by reliving their private traumas over and over again by scam artists and sensationalist mediums across the internet, who are using their personal tragedies without their consent purely for the medium's own personal fame and financial gain. Please think twice when a so-called high priestess medium rubs their hands with glee about the so-called juicy secrets that they are spilling online. By reveling in this exposure of serious crimes of other people you don't know, this will activate the law of cause and effect in your own life and recreate elements of those crimes in both your personal life and your family's personal life. Then you'll get a taste yourself of what it's like to live as a victim of serious, heinous crimes and also unsolicited privacy breaches that are blasted along the net without your knowledge or consent. This practice of shameless misuse of other people's private trauma for financial gain is called psychic trauma porn. This is a dark art that is scraping the bottom of the barrel and should not be tolerated in social media or the public domain ever. People across the world are fed up with hearing these recycled stories from fake spiritualists and fake mediums claiming to pull the energy of different people that listen to them. This exposure of psychic trauma porn across the internet is creating a thick layer of low vibrational toxicity across the earth and contributing to causing people to suffer from depression, anxiety, and PTSD, and in some cases worse, heart attacks and strokes. There are honest and ethical psychic mediums around, and the difference between them and the frauds is the professional psychics will measure every word they speak online and be mindful that their words will not harm other people as much as possible. So any so-called psychic medium who shouts down their microphone and screams and rants their readings is a person that you should never ever listen to. You should block them, avoid them, and move on. Moreover, a psychic medium who claims to pull energy of their readers is actually harvesting or drawing the life force from their listeners. This practice is immoral, it's unethical, it's against spiritual, universal, and astral laws. Energy harvesting, energy pulling, energy vamping is forbidden by the spiritual hierarchy as it causes its subjects sudden death, heart attack, strokes, seizures, migraines, kidney, lung, liver, and heart failure, and other health problems. Energy pulling also contributes towards the subject of the energy harvesting to feel as if they are depressed or anxious and have little energy to get out of bed or move about and go to work or attend to their daily needs. In many cases, we find across the world, particularly over the last few years, that these people who are being subject to relentless energy harvesting by listening to fake mediums online have ended up in hospital or at the doctors consistently because they've been drained of their life force. Be mindful of this. It is vitally important that you please share this message with everyone in your online community to warn them about the signs and symptoms of energy harvesting and energy pulling. Please do this. It does not matter if the psychic medium is in another country or state to you, or that you have never met them, or you've never spoken to them, or you are not a subscriber of their channel, or you don't even like them. If they want to tap into your energy life force, they will, for their own personal gain. Don't expect energy harvesters and energy pullers to engage in ethical conduct ever. A corrupt psychic medium will do whatever it takes to make money from you and your energy. If you're a victim of crime, a celebrity, a politician, a sports star, or a victim of child sexual abuse, be forewarned. If there are any psychic mediums who pull your energy, block them immediately, unsubscribe from their channel, stop listening to their content, report whatever platform for unethical conduct, and warn all of your community, your online and offline community, to keep away from them. Eventually they will wake up and get the message. Do not publicly put these people down, just quietly walk away from them. Put on your armor of God to protect yourself. Meditate daily. Cut off all the draining energy cords that these people are attaching into all of your chakras on a daily basis. Burn sage in your home to clean their dark lower energies from your space. Play healing and uplifting music to lift the vibrational energy of your space in your home, your workplace, and your car. If any psychic mediums ever pull or harvest my energy, I automatically block them and refer them to the spiritual hierarchy to be removed from the earth plane. I don't mess around. I will not tolerate black magic. I have drawn very thick boundaries in my life between myself and those who dare to cross them. So be warned. There are severe repercussions when you engage in your harvesting. That many people in the spiritual community are not familiar with these spiritual laws. Hence the reason why I'm sharing this teaching with you, to clarify what is and is not acceptable in the spiritual community and what is and is not lawful in the universe. Please take advantage of my lessons, as I've taught spiritual practitioners at spiritual schools and groups for over 22 years. Additionally, I have performed countless energy and shamanic healing to large numbers of people across the planet for over 2 decades. I have a little bit of experience behind my belt. And recently, several people have contacted me to ask me privately whether a person claiming to channel the Queen of England is true or false medium. My answer to that is it's absolutely forbidden to channel a soul during the first 10 days after their death. To interrupt a soul's journey on their way back to the light is a heinous spiritual crime. A person should only contact a deceased soul if they've been close to them, like a good friend, a family member, a beloved pet, when they were with your family or close in a circle here on earth. There have been instances when some of my family members have passed over and sat down and spoken with me after their passing. This is normal. It happens to most people on earth. It is permissible to talk to these family members and loved ones and beloved pets that have passed over, as sometimes they have to pass on certain messages to you or to other family members before they leave back to the light. Generally, these messages will help bring healing, justice and closure to the loved ones of the deceased. However, with public figures such as the Queen of England, God bless her soul, to engage with social mediums, it's highly improbable and unlikely that this has occurred. In the past, I have assisted many public figures and celebrities and members of different royal families across the world with spiritual matters, and I've never publicly or privately disclosed those discussions with anyone else on earth. So to do so would be in breach of their privacy, and it's a breach of my professional trust. That's why my opinion on these matters is it's highly improbable that Queen Elizabeth attempted to deliver psychic messages to an online medium. This is just my opinion. You can work out what is right for you. So I understand that these collective messages may be a lot for people to comprehend. Please remember we're all learning and growing as souls, and we all make mistakes. Please practice compassion, loving kindness and balanced decision making and mercy with all your fellow spiritual practitioners who are all learning and growing on their spiritual path here on earth. And also remember that every person on the planet needs to do their shadow work and inner child healing prior to moving into the public platforms and giving spiritual advice and mediumship messages to the public. Finally, I would like to say that God helps those that help themselves. This is the way of the world. By healing yourself and doing your inner child work and your healing work on your mental and emotional bodies, then you tend to attract bigger and better opportunities into your life. So I trust that these insights and my personal experiences with channeling give newer members of the spiritual community better clarity and deeper understanding about how to properly, safely and ethically utilize their spiritual gifts for the good of humanity. So thank you for liking and subscribing on the Goodwill project, and thank you for sharing the channel with your fellow spiritual practitioners who you know will benefit from this information. Namaste.